Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Coffee Talk with Soy, your new morning show where real talk happens every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? How y'all doing in the cafe? Are you ready for some hot and steamy conversation this morning? What you drinking on? What you sipping on? Caramel macchiato? That's my favorite beverage right there. That's how I get my day started. Hot and steamy.
My mother and I had a fantastic relationship.
This is Steven, and I just wanted to share.
You should always be in a place where you're celebrated. Life is too short to stay somewhere and tolerate.
If you cannot help a person, don't hurt them, especially with women.
Soy's just whole essence is to bring out the best in other people.
Something that touches other people, and that's what your show does. It's not just conversation as you started. It actually has a purpose.
At 10 a.m. It's your girl Soy bringing you stimulating conversation to the Root Nation. It's always a joyous occasion here in the cafe. Think on it, drink on it. Let's talk now. If Soy means I am, therefore you are bold, beautiful, intelligent, amazing, and leaving your insecurities and inabilities to be tested, then rested while you have real talk with Soy. Welcome to the cafe where you can always come in and unapologetically be you. So come right on in. I want you to grab your favorite morning beverage, sip on it, and let's talk now. I want to say good morning to all of my people who are celebrating their birthdays this morning. What an awesome occasion it is to celebrate you. I know in this crazy pandemic, it's been very difficult to celebrate in ways that we normally would, but we are a year into this. Can you believe that? About this time last year, we were just beginning to realize we were up for a storm, something that we probably had never even imagined that we've been dealing with it. But here we are, 1 year in, and we're still hanging in there. We're still making the best of it. So happy birthday to everyone who is celebrating their birthday season. May it be memorable, which I'm sure it will, and do the best you can to celebrate you. And be careful, be safe. Continue to wear your mask. All right, so my show this morning, our topic, you all, is relates to something very near and dear to me. I am such a advocate, if I would say, for to just be in the midst of people who are grinding, who are representing themselves, selling a product or a service that they just absolutely adore, believe in, have invested in, and you're just buying into this thing, whatever it is you're doing. And why someone told me recently that she said, Soy, she was actually I was doing a session with this marketing coach, and she said that, most people are in the business of doing what they do, but they're not in the business of selling business. They're not in the business of marketing business. And but because we do what we do, we got to talk and sell ourselves, right? But I think that we've been doing it all wrong. At least I believe I've been doing it all wrong. And I have been making it difficult for myself. But I tell you, I have something that's going to help you, and it has already begun to help me. And this something comes in the instrument of a man with a lot of energy, highly professional, highly effective. He is recognized as an authority on what he do and has a stellar reputation in assisting entrepreneurs, small business owners like us, to help us to learn and understand the dynamics. And he wants to teach us this morning to stop pitching and to start telling our story. It is my honor to welcome to the cafe and to introduce to you all Mr. Brian K. McNeil. Good morning, Brian. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Sister Soy. I'm so excited to be here with you. And the way I always start these talks, I say these words, that our lives are not scrimmages or practice games. There's no Martyrs Hall of Fame. Trying to take this toll for all of us entrepreneurs every day really is the Super Bowl. Yes, my name is Brian K. Field, and I am the sales confidence coach. And I did bring a word today.
All right, Brian. Well, I thank you for being in the cafe with us today. And y'all, I'm going to let Brian tell you more about who he is and what he does after we come right back from this commercial.
Have you heard sponsorships are requested? Coffee Talk with Soy is looking for dynamic entrepreneurs like yourself. If you're motivated, energetic with a message or product, consider advertising with us. It's a win-win. For more information on those advertising and sponsorship packages, visit the website Coffee Talk with Soy or call me at 515-I-GOT-SOY. And again, that's 515-I-GOT-SOY.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Hold tight, Brian.
Hello?
Hold tight, Brian. Hold tight. All right, so we're back on the air with Brian K. McNeil. So, Brian, tell me, where are you from with all this energy? Where are you from naturally?
I'm born and raised in the streets of Brooklyn, but I live in Charlotte, North Carolina now, but I was born and raised in the East New York section of Brooklyn, New York.
Mm-hmm. And so tell me, how did you begin in this line of work that you do, and share with the audience? Tell us, what do you do?
Okay. Well, all right. How did I get into it and what do I do are different questions. Let me do them both, okay? So first off, as you know, Soy, because you've done so many amazing interviews with so many amazing people over 12 years' time, there are a lot of amazing entrepreneurs out here that offer services that really do help people. But a lot of them, even though they really do help people, don't earn nearly the money that they could or that they should. And I believe most of the reason why they don't earn that money is because they don't know how to sell it well. Or they're using old selling methodologies that don't work today. And that keeps them from earning money. And what I do is I teach these amazing entrepreneurs how to sell themselves and how to sell their services better than they ever had before so they earn more money than ever before. And I do it through my workshops, my books, my webinars, my coaching. But that's what I do. I do it so they earn more money. And I think the rising tide lifts all the boats. And if I help them to earn more money, I help their cities, their families, their towns, all of that.
Well, Brian, I want you to help my listeners to earn more money this morning, because we all want more money.
I get ticked about that.
I love it. I love it. So tell me, start off. So you say stop pitching. What is pitching? What is that?
Exactly. It's a concept that got popular. First off, it was unpopular. Then it became popular like in the 80s and 90s. Go out there, pitch the customer or pitch a deal or, make a deal, that kind of stuff. And then in the 90s, they had this thing called the elevator pitch, this concept called the elevator pitch. And it makes sense in a way because the idea behind it is, can you get on an elevator and introduce yourself to the person that's on the elevator and tell them what you do in a compelling way before you got to this floor that you were going to, okay? Mm-hmm. Can you do it that fast, within a minute or so, okay? And that scene makes sense. That's really, really popular, okay, being the elevator pitch. But I'm here to tell you, now think about this, Toy. If you were standing somewhere and I pitched a ball at you, if I pitch a ball to you, what are you going to do with it? There's only three things you can do. You can either try to hit the ball, maybe with a bat or something, or you could dodge it, get out of the way of it, or you could catch it. Now, do we want our potential clients to hit what we say to them, or dodge what we say to them, or catch what we say to them? That whole concept of pitching and deals, they just harbor back to a language that I don't think gives the profession the proper honor. The proper honor. We don't pitch at people. We help people. We don't try to make a deal. We try to help them. That's what we do. So I don't want you to pitch anybody. Plus, I do know that there's two types of people, Soy, that love stories. They love stories. One of them is children, and the other one is adults. Okay? And we know that's true because we have movies and television shows. Even, I'm a believer, even the Bible tells us to sell this way. You know, by parable shall ye teach. By story shall ye teach. Okay? When Jesus says, would a man rob God? Or come with me and I'll make you fishers of men. They understood what that meant. That was the story selling. That wasn't saying, come with me, we're going to help proselytize these people here and turn them all into Christians. No, he didn't do that. He told the story, let me help you make fishers of men. That's the way you sell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And we do. We love a good story. We love a good story. Yeah. Yeah. Good gossip.
Would you rather hear a pitch, or would you rather hear a story?
You know, when you started talking about pitching and you went back to that whole period of elevator pitch and reminded us of what that looked like, already in my mind, I was thinking about the guy with the suit on, with the clipboard. I mean, in my subdivision, they're walking around now doing roof repairs, and they walk up to your door. I see them coming on my ring with the clipboard, and you know what? It really doesn't matter what they could be offering me, but in my mind, I'm already saying no. I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm busy. I don't want it. I don't have time. Yeah.
Even the people on the elevator, they were there for their reasons, not yours.
Yeah.
Okay. They didn't plan on, let me hear what this guy got to say before I get to my floor.
So how do we do that though, Brian? Because you know we how do we do that? How do we stop pitching and tell the story? What story do you tell? Like, what do you say?
Here's what you say. First off, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to get more clients, if you want to start earning your money, or if you do earn your money through people, your first job, and this is the first real nugget I'm giving here today, your job is to become curious about others. Your job is to become curious about other people and other organizations. The more curious, the more interested you get in other people, the more you start asking other people, so what is it that you do? Or how did you get into that? Or what do you like about your industry or your business? The more you get genuinely curious about other people, the more opportunities you're going to have for the law of reciprocation to kick in, where they ask you back. Well, what about you, Soy? What do you do for a living? And when they do, I'm going to teach you guys today a formula on how to tell your story in such a way that not only interests them, but compels them to want to learn more about you and to potentially do business with you within about 30 seconds.
All right. Okay. He's going to teach us a formula. So if you are listening, whether you are on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you are, if you are ready for the formula, you need to type formula. You need to know you're ready. Are you ready for the formula? You ready for the formula? Type formula. Brian needs to know that you are ready. Don't waste this man's time. I am leading by typing formula because I am ready for the formula. Give it to me, Brian. Give it to me. Are y'all ready for the formula?
To quote the great Morris Day, take out your pad and pen because this is going to be kind of right.
He's a comedian too, y'all. Y'all see? I got skills. He got skills.
I got skills.
He got skills to make, not only to show us how to make money, but he got skills to make us laugh while we make money. So let's laugh and make money together. Okay.
Right skills, okay? SKILLZ.
Right.
All right. Here's what you need to write down. Write down these words. You know how. And then put an ellipses behind it. ... You know how. ... Now, once you've written that on your page, I want you to skip 4 full lines. Skip 4 full lines and then write the words, well, what I do is ... Well, comma, what I do is ... And after you've written that, I want you to skip 4 more full lines and write the words, so that they can ... So that they can ... Now, 3 different stanzas is what you wrote down. Now, I asked you to leave 4 blank lines between those 3 stanzas because I want you to fill those spaces up with whatever notes you need to make so that this makes sense to you. Okay? But whenever anyone gives you an opportunity to tell what you do for a living, I want you to recognize the question. If someone asks you, what do you do for a living, whether it's on the phone or in person or online, if they ever ask you, and you really do get a lot of chances, entrepreneur friends, you get a lot of chances to tell what you do. But whenever you get a chance to tell what you do for a living, I want you to recognize that question as an opportunity for you to introduce into the conversation a problem that your service solves. If they say, what do you do for a living? I want you to recognize that question as an opportunity for you to introduce into the conversation a problem that your service solves. Now, I recommend you use it with the preface of you know how. You know how is an invitation for them to agree with what you're about to say. You know how. Don't say do you know how, because do you know how is a challenge. But you know how is an invitation. You know how there are so many people, like if I was in Soy's business, for example. You know how there are so many people who have great information to share with the world. They've learned some great things. They become a subject matter expert, and they don't have enough platforms to share their good news or to share their good works with the world. And that whole thing just frustrates them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now, here's what I do. You introduce the problem, and you get the listener to agree that it was a problem. Now, because I can't see you right now, I went ahead and said, you know what I mean? Or does that make sense? Mm-hmm. If I was in front of you, you might have been nodding your head or something, which is enough. All you need to do is to get them to agree in any kind of way, even a slight head nod, a yup, a yes, anything. Anything that implies that they heard, understand, and agree that that's a problem. That's step 1, okay? You know how you're introducing a problem. Now, once you get them to agree on the problem, this is the other thing, too. You don't need to belabor it. Once you get your agreement, move on, okay? Just move on, okay? So they agreed that it's a problem. Then you move on and you say, well, what I do is, now here you are introducing yourself as if you are the solution to the problem. And I need you entrepreneurs to start thinking of yourselves as if you are the solution to a problem. You're the solution to a problem. You are the answer to a question, and you are the aspirin to somebody's headache. Think of yourself that way. From this moment forward, you are no longer what you do. You are the problems you solve. You are the solutions that you offer. Know this too, my entrepreneurial friends. There is no one like you. There's no one that has your collection of experiences, education, and knowledge base. There's no one that has seen the things you've seen, and there's no one that's been all the places that you have been. So stop trying to make yourself like everybody else, because there's no one else like you. Whenever I hear someone say stuff like, I do insurance, or I do real estate, or I do taxes, they're trying to lump themselves into the category of everyone else that does that.
Ooh, Brian. Okay? Ooh, Brian. Oh, my God. Time out. Oh, my God. What? Oh, my God. Before you go any further, why do we do that, though? Why do we do that?
We don't know. Either we don't know any better, or we've been taught something that maybe used to work 20 years ago, but doesn't work today. Yep.
I do insurance. Oh, my God. Yeah. Okay.
And you're gonna hear it all the time. Mm-hmm. I do coaching. I do life coaching. Ugh. or I'm a life coach. Can you be more general? Okay. And that's the thing. I'm glad you interrupted me too, Soy. I'm really glad. Do you want to be a wandering generality or a meaningful specific? Okay. And these people wandering generalities don't earn money as nearly as much as meaningful specifics. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My whole life is geared towards helping the entrepreneur, and I'm going to have to say it again, to earn more money.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a life coach or business coach or wealth coach, none of that stuff. You go to other people for that. I don't help you structure your company. I only help you to get more clients and earn more money with your service. That's it. DASSIT. That's it.
Okay, brother. Okay. I heard it. Okay, so go ahead. As you were.
Okay, cool. So, well, what I do is, now here you are telling that you do it, and you do it through your services, but that's all. You don't tell people how you do stuff. Okay? Well, first I get together with them, and I sit down with them, and I discuss their financial situation and current insurances that they have, and then I go back to my office, and then I find a plan that works for them, and then I come back and present. Don't say none of those kinds of things. You're only telling that you do it. If I'm in the soy business, I provide a platform that's called Coffee Time with Soy, where they can actually showcase their expertise through my services or through my show. Mm-hmm. That's all. Okay? That's all you need to say, and then keep it moving. Now, that last part, that so that they can, put a couple of stars in front of the word so, because the ending of your story, my entrepreneurial friends, is more important than the beginning and the middle. The ending of your story is the most important part. You do all of that cool stuff for what? You do all of that cool stuff so that they can what? So that they can earn more money, so that they can be more happy, so that they can feel more expression, so that they can have some peace of mind, so that they can lose weight, gain weight, get strong, get flexible. Whatever the benefit is that you espouse, you must say it. Here's another way that most entrepreneurs fail, Soy. They tell what they do, and then they hope that the person that listens can understand all that means. Okay? That's where most of them fail. They say, well, I'm a wealth coach, and I help people to take their money, take the money that they're already making and turn it into profit for them. And then they hope the client will say, well, hey, can you help me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's low probability selling, low probability.
Wow.
Now, I know you a little bit, Soy, but I don't know you well enough to know what all of your ohs and ahs mean. What does that mean, sis?
You know what? When you're saying that, I'm thinking of how often I hear it. You know, I hear it from other people. I hear it from myself. You know, I hear me saying those things, and so that is conviction right there. That's me saying,
"Okay,
damn, I gotta do better."
Well, the beautiful thing is you can do better.
Mm-hmm.
You can do better. Well, we know for what we do for. You know, you could do better. Mm-hmm. Now, the beautiful thing, another beautiful thing about selling, I need to, if we have time, sorry, I need to help people to make peace with it. Okay. Because there's still a lot of people, if I say to them, hey, I'm going to introduce you to a guy and he's a salesman type, they'll have a negative connotation still. Okay? Mm-hmm. And that negative thought process of the word selling and the salespeople, that you believe in negatively about that is retarding your growth when it comes to selling. Your subconscious mind is not going to let you do things that you find distasteful. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. So you have to make peace with it and embrace it. Okay? Selling is the oldest profession ever. Okay? Now, some people think the oldest profession is prostitution, but that's a subsection of sales.
What?
Okay?
What? Is that biblical?
You know, yeah, that's the subsection of sales. Okay. But anyway, for example, here's what I'm going to do with you, Soy. I'm going to role play something with you, Soy.
Okay.
Now, Soy, you're probably more worldly than most people simply because of all the people you talk to. But what do you believe is the highest paying profession in our nation?
The highest paying profession.
Yeah, what profession pays more on average than any other profession in our country?
The medical profession.
It's actually not.
It's not?
But that's a good guess.
Okay.
But the highest paying profession in our nation, on average, is professional athlete. Basketball, baseball, football players. They earn more money on average than any other profession.
I agree.
I mean, a bench warmer in the NBA is going to make $5.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one highest paying profession. Now, guess what the second highest paying profession on average in our nation is?
Consultants?
No, but that's another good guess. The second highest paying profession on average in our nation is actors and actresses. Actors and actresses. I mean, a bit player on a sitcom that has maybe one line a week is going to make $135, $195 grand a week. Okay. Some actors make $20 million a film. Okay. But you got to get on the show to make that kind of money. But on average, the acting profession is the second highest paying profession in our nation. And the third highest paying profession on average in our nation is sales. It's sales. From airplanes to pencils, it's sales. And isn't it interesting, Soy, that the three highest paying professions on average in our country, they can all probably fit into the same category. The entertainment field. The entertainment field. Because when you are performing and you're performing the act of selling yourself and your services, you should consider yourself as much a performer as an actor or actress. You got lines, you got things that you got to learn, you got to practice it, you got to rehearse, and then deliver your lines, deliver your presentation. And the winning presentation often wins the money. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How many viewers would Soy have if she wasn't entertaining? Okay. If you were not entertaining, how many people you think would stick with you this long? Nobody, really.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So tell your story. Stop pitching. Tell your story. Your story should take about 30 seconds. Learn how to sell. In my opinion, the two most important skills of life, the two skills that have more to do with your happiness or sadness, your success or failure, your prosperity or your poverty, are two things. One is the ability to communicate, the ability to articulate a thought and explain the concept in such a way that they understand it. And the second one is the ability to sell, the ability to sell. You know, now I look at sell the way the word was originated. I mean, it has two originations. One is Greek and one is Old English. Mm-hmm. The Greek comes from two words, selling ye, which literally means to help, to help. And the Old English origination comes from a word called salon, which means willing to give up, willing to give up. Yes, that's what selling is. As a matter of fact, whenever you're attempting to say the word sell or sold or selling, I'm going to encourage you to replace it. And with the word help, helping, or helped. I sold the Jones, I sold the Thomases, I sold the Williamses. Or I helped the Joneses, I helped the Thomases, I helped the Williamses. See how that makes a difference?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As a believer, I can tell you Proverbs 11:26 says the people curse the ones that would hoard the grain, blessings upon the ones that will sell it. Now, your grain is your intellectual property. Your grain is what you know how to do. And if you won't sell it, the Bible is saying that people are going to wish curses on you if you won't sell what you know, if you won't sell your intellectual property. Curses upon you. But if you will sell it, blessings upon you. Amen? Amen.
Yeah. Hey, Brian, I have a question for you about that. Now, what are you cursed if you sell it too high? Or too low? Does the Bible speak on that?
Well, here's the thing about that. You don't ever sell it too high. It's not too high. Okay? It's not. It's too low if you can't earn a living with it. Okay? Now, what good would it do if you just sell something for too low and then you can't afford to pay your own bills and you can't afford to stay in business? That means this person that you would have helped later on, if you had been in business, still won't be able to be helped. You owe it to earn enough money. Yes, you owe it to the world to earn enough money to stay profitable and to become really profitable. Okay? You know, there's a concept I may have mentioned to you before or not, but it pricks every day of my life. It's called the sin of the desert. The sin of the desert. Do you know what that is, Soy?
I do not.
Okay. The sin of the desert is when you know where the water is, but you won't tell anyone else.
Ooh.
You know where the solution to a problem is, but you're keeping that solution to yourself.
Ooh.
Now, if you offer something that will help somebody and you won't sell it to them, you're committing the sin of the desert. The sin of the desert is the height of selfishness. You're keeping your good water to yourself. Don't do it. You owe it to the world. And I don't want to keep beating the dead horse, but I will say this.
Keep beating it because they out there. Keep beating it because they keep beating it because they out there. Keep beating it. Go ahead.
But the thing is, if someone hires you, right? If someone decides to hire you, entrepreneur, or pay for your service, and they agree to give you the money that you ask for, and they get the service that they bought, who gained more, you or them? For example, if they hire me, I'm going to make some money, but I'm going to spend that, and I'm going to spend it relatively quickly. But what do they get? They get to learn how to earn more money today and next week and next month and next year. The stuff that I pour, they get to benefit from that for the rest of their lives. So who really gained more? And I like to think, and I know it to be true, they gained a lot more than the money that I asked for. Now, if I know they gained more by paying me what I asked for than what the money would have been worth, then I owe it to them. If I won't offer it to them, there's one more point I got to make too. If I don't offer it to them, I'm robbing them because they would have gained more if they had hired me. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you sell for their benefit, not for your own. Mm-hmm.
This is good. This is good. This is good. I think I like that you're beating the dead horse because we need to hear it. You know, I think that what you've shared is, I know it's empowering people out there. As a matter of fact, some questions are coming in now, and which we're gonna go to the Q&A piece in a few seconds. So keep your questions coming. But I love that you said this because I think that sometimes we don't know how to price what we do. You know,
okay.
And it's kind of, you know, sometimes we don't understand the value of the service that we offer. So therefore we do lowball ourselves. We do generalize ourselves because we feel like we do it and 100 other people do it. And we just in a pocket with a lot of other competitors. And sometimes we even feel guilty and afraid to be great, you know?
All right. Well, let me speak to that person right now that's feeling guilty about lowballing. Okay. You have a lowball rate that you charge and you know it's lowball. Here's what I'm going to speak to you. Okay. I want you right now to triple that rate. Triple it. Okay. Let's say you normally charge $100. I want you to charge $300 for that same thing. Okay. That same thing. Here's what you're going to find. You're going to find by tripling your rate, you're going to find that it takes no more effort to get the same number of clients. And you're also going to find that people are more enthusiastic about paying a higher rate than a cheap rate. No one wants the cheapest thing on the block. And in my world, I'm a professional speaker as well. There are some places that if I don't charge enough, they won't even consider me. They'll think if I don't charge at least 10 grand or 15 grand to come and speak, he must not be that good. Okay. Mm-hmm. If I try to charge $2,500 to speak, oh, he must be new. Okay. You gotta I have to charge at least $10,000 just to even be taken serious. They won't even listen to you if you don't charge at least that much, 10 grand for an hour keynote. Okay, they won't even take me serious. So there's some doors that will open more by your higher rate. One more thing too: never believe anybody when they say they can't afford you. Just don't believe them. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why you should never believe that. People always, ALWAYS, they always find the money for what they want. Okay, always. Even if they're dead broke in that moment, they don't stay broke. People find the money for what they want. And just think about that. In your life, everything that you really wanted, you ended up getting. When you wanted a place to live, you found a place to live. When you wanted a car, you found a car. When you wanted to find a mate, you eventually find one, or a date at least. But we always get what we're really going for. People, for example, a woman going through the mall, she sees some sexy boots that she likes, and the boots sell for $800, and she has no money. Okay, so she leaves the mall, and she comes back to that mall a week later. Those same sexy boots are there, but now they're down to $300, and they got one her size. Is it likely or possible that she's going to find the money if she wants those boots? Okay, very likely she will. If someone offers you a trip, you know, going to Cancun, and you don't have no money to go, but the trip is coming up, and you feel like you deserve a vacation, people will find the money for that trip. Okay, people, they want it bad enough, they will scratch around and find the money for it. Okay, and there's one more thing too. Selling is an act of motivation. It's not transactional like it used to be a transactional thing. Now selling is motivation. You're motivating people to take an action that's in their best interest.
Okay. Good stuff. So I'm sure that has helped the non-believer. And I'm telling you, I'm going to be listening to this show over and over again. Normally I go back and listen to the shows just to kind of see see how I did, and then there's a meeting about it, and I get scolded and reprimanded and all that kind of stuff. But I'm about to go back and listen to this one just to empower myself to be better at what it is I'm doing, and I appreciate that. So thank you. So
you're welcome.
Here's a couple of questions we got for you. So All Star from Facebook, thank you. Let's see. Y'all notice I ain't got my glasses on today, right? Hey, shout out to that one contact that's doing it. Yes. Okay, here we go. He says that, what do you say, All Star? How about gifting it? How does that fit? What is he saying?
What do you mean gifting it?
How about gifting it? I think he's meaning the services. How
okay.
About,
now here's the thing about
gifting?
that.
How about gifting? How about gifting it? How does that fit into this philosophy?
Okay.
Gifting it.
First off, you are going to have to give some stuff for free.
Okay.
You can't get away with that. There are some parts of your business that you're going to have to give for free, but do it strategically. Like there are some things I'm willing to teach for free. I'm willing to teach how to tell your story for free. I'm willing to do that anywhere, one-on-one or through groups. That's some giving for free. But I can't give away all of it for free. But you make the determination of what you're willing to share for free. For example, if you, again, are wanting clients, I suggest that you give a free consultation that lasts 15 to 30 minutes. That gives them a chance to see value in you and gives you a chance to determine if you even want that person as your client or not. Okay? But you do need to do something for free, and you need to decide it. The laws of nature, the laws of the universe, you got to give before you can get.
Okay.
Give first.
Okay.
I hope I answered that person's question.
I believe so. If not, he will come back. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have? Underpricing and giving away to. Oh, he's another comment is that sometimes we underprice or give things away to convince ourselves. Yeah, as a way of convincing ourselves.
Yeah. Now that's a journey issue. Okay. A place of where you are at that moment in your business. So, for example, let's see, back in 2012 or so, I had a crazy idea. Listen to me now. It's not going to sound great. I had this crazy idea of doing a sales consultation for potential clients, and I would do it for free. And I was thinking that if I do a good job of that consultation, that will lead them to want to pay me. What happened was people was taking my consultations and they were getting great value and they were just moving on and paying someone else. Okay. Cause I was giving them for free. I was giving too much for free. But then one of my business coaches out of New York says, Brian, you have to charge something for it or they won't value. No skin in the game, no value. So my dumb self, I started charging $25 for it. Okay. This is how dumb I was. Let's say $25 and buy my lunch. Okay, that's what it was because they had to pay $25 and pay for my lunch, and we did it over lunch. Okay, so that was okay. But then I bumped it up to $49, then $99, then $149, then $97, then $197, then $297. You know, I just bumped it up as I gained more confidence in it. Okay, the same services that I used to charge $229 for, I now charge several thousand for the same thing I used to do for $229. Okay. Several thousand, but it happens over time. That's your journey. I mean, anybody that wants to reach out to me about how to do that, I can help you.
Well, I'm glad you extended that, because we're going to share Brian's contact information there. But I want to just kind of dive back a minute to, we talked about giving something away. We talked about gifting, and there is a free gift that Brian is extending to all of the listeners on the air today. And Brian, you want to share with them what that free gift is?
Sure. I call it the 1-2-3 formula. The 1-2-3 formula. It's an ebook that I offer, and 1-2-3 formula. What it does is it gives you a way. It gives you the formula that I kind of ran over with a little bit today, but it gives it to you in more detail how to tell your story as you're selling your story. Okay, that's one thing, and it also gives you an action plan that ensures that you become more profitable within about 4 weeks. It just teaches you what to do within about 4 weeks' time. If you just do what it says do, you'll be a whole lot more profitable than you are right now. And I call that the 1-2-3 formula. Okay. And if you will just text to this number here, I'm about to give you a number. If you will text me your name and an email address, your name and an email address to this number, and the number is 984-500-2299. If you text me your name and an email address, I will send you the 1-2-3 formula for free. Now, to quote some great poets of the 80s, Run DMC, listen up, homeboy, give this a thought. The next time someone's teaching, why don't you get taught? And it's like that. I'm teaching, so you should get taught. I'm giving this for free, and you should accept it. 984-500-2299.
All right. Okay. Texting it is. And for more information about Brian, you can find him at the salesconfidencecoach.com.
TheSalesConfidenceCoach.com. Yes.
TheSalesConfidenceCoach.com. There he is. Brian K. McNeil was in the building. Brian, I appreciate you, and I thank you so much for hanging out with me in the cafe. Anything else you want to say to the audience before we exit the show?
Yes. First off, thank you, Soy, for this opportunity to share my word. I look at my work, and this is my work. I am God's hands and feet extended, and I think He has uniquely gifted and qualified me to teach people how to sell themselves and their services. So whenever I have an opportunity to expose what I do to a new audience, I am grateful. So thank you, Soy. And to my entrepreneurial friends, there's a reason why that vision for your business was put into you and not someone else. It was put into you because you're the one that can give it life. You're the one that can birth it. You must not only do it, but you must earn money from it, and significant money. If you don't earn significant money with your business, what will happen is there'll be someone come along next year or next month that would have been helped by you, but won't be able to be helped by you because you're no longer in business, because you couldn't earn enough money. It's a noble endeavor for you to be profitable enough to stay in your game. And the best way to do that is to learn how to sell, learn how to market, definitely learn how to do both. And I'm positioning myself to just help you to get money in exchange for your services. That's all.
Well, thank you so much, Brian, for being in the cafe with me and helping us to get money and to also extend, not that it's needed, but extend the permission for them to go out there and be great and do something awesome. So thank you for being here with me. I definitely appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, my sister.
Oh, let me also share with y'all. Listen, I'm going to check Brian out. I'm signing up for some consultation with him. So you all do the same, okay? We got to lead by example, and I think he's a great man to get information from. So do that. Also, what I want you to do is to go to the website, coffeetalkwithsoy.com, y'all. Y'all got to go to the website. I need y'all to go there, and I need you to go to the Contact Soy, and share information with me about things you like to hear on the show. If you have a friend or a family member, anyone else who will be a great guest for this platform, do send them there and tell them to reach out to me. But more importantly, y'all, I want to know how you feel about this thing that I'm doing. This is my 12th season that I have been doing this, and I want to hear from you. I want to know if this is making a difference in your life. Is it changing things for you? Thank you, Denise McRae from Facebook. She said it was a great show. Also said it was a great show. It's good stuff. Can you go to the website and share that it was a great show and that you're getting good stuff? I would love to hear from you all. coffeetalkwithsoy.com. Go to the guest book and share your feedback. I'm always here, God willing, every Saturday, 10 a.m. And although this show is live, you can, all of the shows are recorded. So if you visit the website and go to the podcast, you can hear shows that I've done over the years. So go there. All of the shows are there where you can hear different content. So if you missed it, that's fine. You can catch it later. Or if you're driving or things are moving a little too fast for you, you can catch it up when it's more convenient for you. So do that, okay? And let me know what you think about it. Thanks again for hanging out with me here in the cafe. I pray that all is well. And if not, you will get through it. You will get through it. And hopefully we have some content on this platform that can help you do that. So thanks again for hanging out with me in the cafe. I want y'all to go out there and be great. Have an awesome week. Celebrate you and family members as much as you can, but be safe in doing so. And I'll see you right here next week on Coffee Talk with Soy, your new morning show.
I just love this show, Coffee Talk with Soy. That is your new morning show where real talk happens every Saturday at 10 a.m. I'd like to thank the listeners and the guests for joining me in the cafe today. What a wonderful time we had. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Don't forget to download the app Coffee Talk with Soy from your app store. It's available on iTunes and Google Play. Stay connected, folks, by visiting the website coffeetalkwithsoy.com, as well as looking for us under your social media sites. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under the name Coffee Talk with Soy. Remember, the size of the problem is never the issue. Remember, it's the size of you. Be great because you are awesome. Tell them Soy said so. Thanks for listening. Have a great week. Bye-bye.